The 2024 season was a career year for Ole Miss wide receiver Tre Harris. Despite being hampered by injuries, he still managed his first 1,000-yard season and was one of the most productive receivers in college football on a per-game basis. But how will that translate to the NFL? On this 2-minute drill. Tre Harris projects as a prototypical boundary receiver. He has good height and a strong frame with the physicality to fight off contact at the catch point. Harris is likely the best contested catch receiver in this class, with strong ball tracking and the ability to contort his body through tight coverage. While his releases off the line are slow and somewhat lacking, Harris is excellent at selling motion mid-route with his footwork and head to create space for himself to operate in. Harris is unlikely to break many tackles in the NFL, but he does have a good feel for how to angle his runs and wiggle to create extra yards for himself after the catch. He's also shown that he can function as a blocker, but he'll likely need more development to be effective at that at the next level. There are, however, still some issues with Harris as a prospect. The most immediate problems with Tre Harris are unfortunately not under his control. Harris has been plagued with a multitude of injuries in his college career, especially within the last 2 seasons. Even when available, it was common to see him have to leave games for a period before returning. The other major issue is his athleticism. Harris simply doesn't have the ideal speed or suddenness that's desired in a wide receiver, and his lack of separation is liable to lead to a further increase in contested situations at the NFL level. While his contested catch abilities will keep this from crushing him, it could limit his ceiling and take away some of the big play ability he's displayed in college. Beyond that, he did at times suffer drops on open targets where he seemed to just lose his focus. My comparison for Tre Harris is former Cowboys wide receiver Michael Gallup. Gallup and Harris share similar frames and likely similar athletic profiles. As prospects, they both demonstrated strong contested catch abilities and a great feel for openings and zone coverage. While Gallup's route tree differed from Harris's at the college level, his professional tree with the Cowboys featured a similar diet of go routes, curls, and digs. Gallup did have more of a spring to his step than Harris does, but I would say that Harris has the better hands of the two players. Provided he stays healthy, Harris should be able to contribute early in his NFL career, but his ceiling is somewhat limited by his health and a lack of plus athleticism. I would expect Harris to be drafted in the 3rd round, hopefully to a team that has some need for a chain mover on the perimeter. And that's the 2-minute drill.